Hi, it's Aunt Hillary, and I'm going to tell you about another rad woman. We're going to talk about Patti Smith, who put poetry in punk rock. When she was young, Patti Smith didn't seem much like a future rock star. She was shy, skinny, awkward, and often sick. Despite all that, she believed in herself. Patti loved all kinds of art. She listened to jazz and rock music, read poetry, and learned about artists like Pablo Picasso. She was inspired by them and knew she wanted to make art too. When I was a little kid, I always knew that I had some special kind of thing in me, she remembers. Patti tried working at a regular job and she tried going to college, but her creative dreams were too powerful to put on hold. She moved to New York City in 1967 and started hanging out with photographers, painters, playwrights, and musicians. It was an exciting and creative time. Patti and her new friends made art together, and she often shared her poetry. But she didn't just read her poems. Patti was loud and bold and used her body and voice to communicate emotions. She started performing her poems while her friend Eleni played the guitar. Eventually she began to sing. She started a band, and people packed into clubs to see this new music called punk rock. Punk rock was like rock and roll, but louder and more messy and fun. The guitars were wild, the drums were fast, and performers were sweaty and thrilling. And like rock and roll, punk was dominated by men, but not when Patti was on stage. She would fearlessly wail and howl in her words into the microphone. When she jumped and danced, she was no longer shy, sickly, scrawny kid she once was. She was the powerful creative artist expressing herself with every word. Patti has lived her whole life like an artist. Besides writing songs and recording many albums, she's written books of poetry, plays, and memoirs about her life. She has won many awards, and even though she's old enough to be a grandma now, her performances are still filled with wild, inspiring energy. So figure out who you are and love it and speak out. Use your words, have fun. And remember, I will always love you and miss you and want to see you as soon as I can. Okay, bye. Love you. Hillary. Bye.